That's another thing. You're going to have to give up, or be willing to give up, everything to survive this apocalypse. And that means just stop paying extortion. There's so many ways around all this stuff anyway, that it's a big facade, really. If you're smart, you can find all your ways around it anyway. But yeah, you gotta stop using government currencies. Tons of anarcho-capitalists still use it. Now I know there's cases where you pretty much have to. Like if I go to a store here and I say, can I pay with Monero? They won't know what I'm talking about. But as much as I can, I don't use government currencies because you're actually giving them your power. That's why it's called a currency. It's a current. It's like electrical current. But you have to realize too, this a little bit is their world. They created all this. Everything that you see in the world today is basically part of their system. Like all these buildings were built by big corporations. Corporations are not a natural entity. They're created by them. It's actually called a corporation, like a corpse. It's not a real person, it's like a dead person. And all these things are probably financed by banks with fiat currencies and their fractional reserve banking laws. And they built all this stuff. And all the major corporations, they wouldn't exist the way they do if it wasn't for this entire system. So you have to realize, in a way, what they're saying is that if you want to keep using all of our stuff, and that means like bank accounts, all the banks, fiat currencies, buy stuff from corporations or work for a corporation, it's all controlled by them, all set up by them, then you've got to be a slave. And really, what people need to do is break away from everything. Like, I really don't care about anything to do with the system anymore. I don't support it. I work against it in every way. I don't make any money from anything you could even consider close to the system. The closest you could say is that I do accept dollars for Anarchapulco and the dollar Vigilante, but that's just because a lot of people still haven't gotten around to using cryptos yet. Otherwise, if everyone who would have subscribed had crypto, we'd just stop using dollars. But you have to realize, like, and a lot of people, I think, don't want this sort of whole system to go away. A lot of people kind of like a lot of the things about it. Well, if that's the case, you're just going to have to get used to being a slave. And it's going to get worse and worse, and they're going to just be injecting you constantly, and you know, you will own nothing and you will be happy, like Satan Claus says.